Hi there. I just got an idea how to make Chuck E. Cheese's better than ever. Brand new pizza. Genius, if I do say so myself. Popping with new natural toppings. All with lots of sauces and plenty of cheese. So while you're having fun rolling and winning, jumping and spinning, and laughing and grinning, we're in the kitchen making the best pizza in town.
America, say Chuck E. Cheese. Smile, America, say Chuck E. Cheese.
His world wraps around you. It's happening all around you. The fun that makes the magic moment. Every face tells a story. Disney spins, jumping out, pumping in. Like you can smile, America. Smile, America. Smile, smile. Smile, America with Chuck E. Cheese.
Deadly gunfire outside a Chuck E. Cheese's restaurant today as families celebrated birthdays inside. Shattered glass, shell casings, and crime tapes surround a Chuck E. Cheese after a shooting. This is all happening at 50th and South Kedzie on the southwest side. Witnesses tell us the restaurant was packed with kids when bullets started flying.
There's a theory that if somebody at Chuck E. Cheese doesn't finish their full pizza and there's like a few pieces left, the employee will take that to the back, take those pieces off the tray, form a new pizza.
Chuck E. Cheese's history is full of dark and twisted events, as well as colorful and childlike wonder. I've always had nostalgia for it. Recently, I have missed the way things used to be. Then that got me thinking, how did things used to be? Its glory days are long gone, but how did it begin? When did the rise occur? And why did the mighty rat fall? Join me on my most ambitious project yet.
Let's start at the very beginning. On February 5th, 1943, Nolan Bushnell was born. This man, who became a lapsed Mormon after a petty debate with his professor, began studying electrical engineering and business. His skills would soon be responsible for one of the most popular kid-friendly franchises in the world. Before he founded the Rat's Pizzeria, he was employed at Lagoon Amusement Park, where he headed the games department. After graduating, he moved to California, hoping to be hired by Disney, but he was rejected. Finding an electric engineering position at Ampex, he met a coworker named Ted Dabney. Together, they would go on to create the company Syzygy, or Syzygy, or however you pronounce that. This name would later be changed, for copyright purposes, to Atari Incorporated. Have you heard of that one? The dynamic duo teamed up with Alan Alcorn and created the first mainstream video game, Paul. Later on, a little former employee named Steve Jobs would offer Bushnell a 33% stake in his and Wozniak's budding company, Apple Incorporated. Bushnell said no and decided to open up the first Pizza Time Theater in San Jose in May 1977. Great choice, by the way. Definitely won't regret that. No! This was his passion project, way before his days at Atari, and this is the beginning of our favorite pizza-loving rat. Well, kind of. The mascot was supposed to resemble a coyote, but it turned out to look more like a sewer rat. This caused Bushnell to change the original title from Coyote Pizza to Rick Rat's Pizza. Doesn't that just sound appealing?
No.
Now, after purchasing the concept and character rights from Warner Communications in 1978, Gene Landrum was made the president and chief operating officer of the restaurant. By the end of December 1979, Pizza Time Theater had 7 locations, 6 in California and 1 in Nevada. 1979 was a big year for the franchise locations, expanding to the southern and midwestern parts of the United States. After some disagreements with management, a man named Robert Brock took the idea of Pizza Time Theater and built his own franchise, Showbiz Pizza Place. Man, this is really sounding like a certain indie horror game franchise. The first of these locations opened up in March of 1980. Of course, Bushnell sued Brock over a breach of contract and won, arguing that Showbiz was imitating his unique concepts. After this big win, Pizza Time Theater experienced increased success when the video game industry began to grow. However, this success would soon end after Pizza Time Theater's revenues began to fall by the end of 1982 due to less focus on quality food. This ended up in Pizza Time Theater filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on March 28, 1984, reporting a loss of $58 million in 1983.
I declare bankruptcy!
In an unsurprising turn of events, the company was bought out by none other than Robert Brock, Bushnell's arch nemesis. In May of 1985, merging their two companies into Showbiz Pizza Time Incorporated. In January of 1989, the rebirthed company went public. However, it wasn't long until the company changed its whole image, creating a brand that would bring the company's golden years into reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, prepare yourselves for the most stupendous, spectacular, fantastic, and phantasmagorical entertainment event of a lifetime. Presenting...
And we'll stop right there. Since the history of this franchise has these different phases, I'm going to go over them era by era to make things simple. Then once I have all of it finished, I will release them all in one package. Please be patient as I am working on the next release. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the arcade.